Hey guys, what's up? So the next big thing coming in this patch that you're probably wondering about is the Insignia review. Now, going over all of this with a fine-tooth comb would take forever and would require a lot of resources that I just simply don't have. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over 5 of these insignias, and in the description there's going to be a link to some more advanced text posts that will have all of the details if you want to scroll through that and look through it with a fine-tooth comb. But before we get to that, let's go have a look at just 5 of these insignias. I think they were on these characters right here: X-23, Wolverine, Thor, and Storm, and somebody else. I forget where I pulled them all from, but it'll show on there. This one I had on X-23. It's not amazing, but the rolls on it were pretty good. When you hit with a power, you and your allies gain 13.3% chance to avoid projectiles. Normally this was just a before the review, this was just a you and your allies have 13% chance to avoid projectiles. But now it is dependent on triggering the effect with a power. This change in the way auras work, I guess, is part of the review, and some of it is better, is going to feel better. Some of it, like this, is adding maybe a extra level of, I actually have to hit to trigger this instead of just always being on. But again, if you want to read through all of why that's happening and all that, then there's a post about that in the description below. The next one we've got is the Bullseye one. This one seems to have changed quite a bit. When you hit with a power, you and your allies gain damage rating versus vulnerable targets, brutal strike rating, and brutal damage as well. Before, I think it was just, in fact, I think it was crit related before with Bullseye. I'm not 100% sure. And it's got some melee damage on here because I use it with Venom. Pretty good changes. The rolls. The main thing about this Insignia review is that the rolls for the green stats will change. I don't know what I had on here before, but I'm pretty sure the green stats on this Insignia have changed with the review, and I can definitely tell that the yellow part has changed with the Bullseye Insignia. Now we've got Peter Rasputin is next up. When you hit with any power, you and your allies gain damage rating to melee and defense rating. The defense rating is new. It used to just give a flat damage with melee powers aura thing around you. You do have to trigger it now with hitting with a power, but I mean, you're always doing that, so whatevers. And then I got some extra melee. Now, there are some affixes that are going away, and I'm not sure if this is one of them. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Here we go. There are some affixes that are going away, such as Alright, here we go. Regenerate X health on enemy defeat, regenerate X health when you pick up items or credits, and regenerate X spirit when you pick up items or credits. By looking at this, I'm not sure. This is, very early in the development of this system, so it may be possible that this effect will go in retroactively, but for sure, any insignias you pick up after this update will not have any of those affixes on them. Regenerate X health when you defeat enemy, regenerate X health when you pick up items or credits, and regenerate X spirit when you pick up items or credits. Those affixes are going away. Now, next up we've got the Insignia of Thor. When you critically hit, you and your allies gain defense rating, physical damage, and energy damage rating. In addition, you've got the proc that used to be on it. It used to just have this chance to hit with extra energy damage, and that was all Thor was. But now, Thor is a lot more useful insignia because he's giving you some damage rating in addition to the proc for that energy blast. and then I got some pretty nice rolls on there. I don't think those have changed. I think those are about the same they were. They may have gone up in numbers. I think they're a little bit stronger than they were before. So some rebalancing on the full spectrum of rolls that an Insignia can have. And finally, Wasp, 10% when you're attacked to gain 237 dodge rating for 5 seconds. And you also have Winsome Wasp Aura. This is new. It used to just have the dodge on it, I think. When you hit with a ranged power, you and your allies gain critical hit rating with ranged powers and critical damage rating for 8 seconds. And then the rolls on here aren't too good. Again, though, that regenerate health on enemy defeat would not be able to roll on this insignia after the review is done. I don't know, again, if it's going to be retroactive or not. We'll just have to see. So, that's the 5 insignias that I want to go over. Again, there is a post in the description that should detail the full review if you want to read through that a little bit more detail. And there's also a link to a player created, some guy on Reddit I found the other day has compiled a list of all the changes that he's seen, and I think it's a community effort. They're working on various, compiling a list of all the changes to all the insignias and all that. So check out those 2 links, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take it easy, have a good one, peace.